I'm Pern.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome to the show, where we talk about everything from movies, music, sports, and TV.
And stories from the rest of our lives.
Things we don't talk about are politics and religion.
And this is how we all stay friends.
Okay, let's talk. It's been several weeks since Dave came into a podcast session and being injured.
I have had a good run.
We had that period, I think, around episodes 8 through 15. It seemed like on a weekly basis that he comes in and it's like, oh, what did you hurt this week?
I am quite accident prone.
So, and then he sends me the text earlier today with this picture of his hand and it's already bruised up pretty nicely. And he walks in and it looks like he's used blue painter's tape to wrap up his hand.
Oh, so, yes. Yeah. Well, that's just for support.
Okay. So, okay. So me supporting you. I'm sorry, Dave. That's not enough. Oh,
thank you very much.
Okay. So what the hell happened to your hand?
So Jesus Christ. And it's the stupidest thing too. Cause we go to the Costco on Monday so that I can tear apart the boxes on Tuesday so they can go out with recycling.
Gotcha.
So I was doing that. I was tearing down the dumbass boxes, the fruit boxes, which are crazy ass thick. I can't believe how thick
because they're like
are.
double layered and there's like almost like an air gap between, like it's double thick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's crazy. Like you could support a car.
Well, you gotta have boxes that can hold your melons. So
that's awesome. Okay, yeah. So my melons are protected, but these boxes were thick, and I'm pulling them apart, and I did okay getting them all apart, and then I folded it all up, and I shove it into our recycling bin because I had extra room. So I go to push on it, and I guess there was an air pocket or something decompressed inside. And when I pushed into it, the box folded up and shoved my thumb the wrong way.
Backwards.
Yeah. And it stayed there. And I was like, fuck. So I grab it and push it back.
Right.
Not to be gross about it. But you know how you've seen basketball players dislocate their fingers and they just pull it and pop it?
Just pop it back in.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But of course the damage was done. And that's why all the bruising and everything.
I gotcha. We had a guy, a ref at the rink one time. He was along the boards and the player came up the boards with the puck and he tried to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And he put his hand back towards the boards and the partitions that hold the glass in place, it's like a metal like support thing.
Right.
And he put his hand back, and as he did that, the player bumped him and ran into him as he was trying to get out of the way of the player, and it pushed his finger into the metal support thing and snapped it. I've got pictures of it. It's literally his finger comes up and goes like at a 90-degree angle.
Oh, Jesus.
And he did not even like it, he was just like, oh, that's smarted. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like immediately I got him off the ice. I got him back to the ref's locker room. I was like, let me get your skates off for you because he's obviously not undoing his skates himself.
Right.
And he's just like, oh my God, man, this. And I'm just like, oh my God, I would be crying like a baby right now. Are you serious? And he's just like, oh yeah, this. And I'm just like, oh my God. And he, then sent me x-rays later from, when he got to the emergency room stuff and how dislocated his finger completely at a 90-degree. And I'm just like, oh my God. I would have been just crying
there was a good stream
my
of
eyes out.
expletives in the garage
I'm
when
sure.
I was doing that. And,
I'm sure.
And I think I kicked the trash can just for good measure.
Oh, of course.
Because it was its fault. It was its fault. I mean, God damn it.
Show the trash can who's boss.
But and then of course, the God, that was stupid. That kind of feeling hits you, and it's like I did that to myself. Like, why was I even shoving my hand in there? I just wanted to make extra room for the other boxes, and it's just dumb.
Well, to make you feel like a bigger baby. So I on another podcast I listened to this week, they had Jeremy Renner on, and he was talking about how he got rolled over by the snow plow or whatever.
His plow kind of kept moving.
How it rolled over him, and they asked him if he was. How much pain that was he was in. And he said, honestly, it was so much pain that his body shut off from it. So he said all he could do was lay there and focus on his breathing to keep breathing. And because he knew help was on the way because there were people around and they immediately called for, medical assistance and all that and 911. And so it was like he basically just focused on keep breathing, but he said the pain, his body was so overwhelmed with what had happened, it just shut off. Like, I mean, he was like, I guess in shock, or not really in shock. He was still conscious and he was still able, he knew what happened,
right?
But it was just like, he said that the pain was so great that it's just like your body just gets to the point where it's like, it can't function, right? Because it
goes into protection mode.
Yeah, because it's just like, yeah, you're fucked. And he talks about how like his eyeballs was sticking out of his head and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, that's disgusting. God. So yeah, Jeremy Renner, he is a superhero.
Oh my god, yes,
yeah. My wife is changing locations of her business. She is a school teacher and a private school teacher, and so she's moving her school. And today was she took over the keys, July 1st, and today's the 2nd of July. And so she got to move a bunch of the big stuff over, and she hired movers to come and help with the real heavy stuff. So we weren't killing ourselves. And then, but we still did like another trip after that of like smaller stuff and moved. And then, by the time after that, we had already planned to go to Costco to get, lunch afterwards. And it was already running later as it does in the evening or the afternoon. Sorry.
Right.
And so by the time, me and the kids, we got to Costco, we're all starving. And it was like hot dogs, pizza, sodas, give it to us now.
Churros,
yes. Well, have you had the big chocolate chip cookies they have?
No.
Ooh,
Did they switch? They switched. I remember
the chocolate chip cookies. They're
from
like
the churros.
$2.49. And they are so good because they keep them warm on a warmer, and like just big gooey chocolate chip cookies, so good.
Well, maybe
anyway,
next time.
I told the kids, I said, we're gonna go in first, wash our hands and stuff like that, and then go, because we just been moving stuff all from location to location, and we got two of the kids got hot dogs, I got pizza, my daughter got pizza. We were like just drinks, and we were exhausted anyway from moving stuff,
right?
And we're just like sitting at the table, just like quietly eating,
yeah.
Just like
staring off into space.
Yeah,
it's usually what happens, right? You're so tired, but you still are hungry. And you just kind of get that glaze.
Because we hadn't had lunch yet, and it was already 3:00.
Churning through.
We're just like, food in our belly.
Right.
Soda in our belly.
I understand.
Like I have Mountain Dew in my belly now.
Oh, you get the Mountain Dew.
So, cool. Yeah. And then we walked around and shopped and got the stuff we needed, which was actually pretty quick. It wasn't a big trip today.
Right.
I told him, I said, on the way out, we'll get like ice cream or, the cookie or whatever, the stuff.
Get a treat.
And we're coming out. And by that point, Jilly was just like, I'm not even sure I want ice cream at this point, because we're now like, we're just tired. The food is now settled in.
You want to pack it in and get home.
Yeah. We're just like, we're done. We want to go home. But then all three of them were like, yeah. And they got their ice creams and got in the car.
Sugar.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
So came home.
Who knows when you're going to get it again.
Right. So it was just a busy day. And then, my wife had gone and taken the rental truck back, and got home after she got home, and then had dinner. And so it was like around 4:30 when we got home. And I went upstairs and I took a shower, and I just sent my wife a text. She was downstairs. I said, I'm showered and I'm going to lay down for a bit. And I literally, Dave then sends me the picture of his hand.
Yes.
And that was the last thing I remember. I was out like a light. I was just like gonk. And
wow.
Then at like 6:00 when my wife was getting ready to start dinner, she's came in and asked me a question or something, and I was like, oh, she asked if we had the ribs, because I was going to get ribs at Costco, but they didn't have them. All they had was the rotisserie chickens. And did you see the video of the old guy and the rotisserie chickens at Costco?
No.
Oh my gosh, it is hysterical. It's this old guy at a Costco, and he has a couple of these videos, and it's him and he's obsessed with the rotisserie chickens. And apparently they changed the packaging at one point, and then there's like people just like shooting video of him, and he's like, they changed back to the old packaging. I'm not saying it was me, but it happened. We got the old packaging.
Had to be
and
him.
It's like, yeah,
had
right.
to be him, right?
So, but this video that I sent my wife last night, he's at the checkout, and he literally walks up to the checkout person at the Costco and goes, I'm not trying to cause trouble, but I've got my rotisserie chickens here, and I don't want the laser to scan them. And he's wearing a t-shirt that has the barcode for the rotisserie chicken on it in big like print, so they can scan his t-shirt, and like the guy like scans it and goes bloop, 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 and it comes up rotisserie chicken, whatever, $7.99 or whatever, they cost. And he bought like 4 of them or 5 of them in his cart. But this little old man who's like, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I just don't want the laser over my chicken. And it was just like, I told my wife, I said, if I get to that point, like just,
obviously it's shooting something into your chicken.
The lasers, yes, the scanner laser into your chicken is causing. Right? So he actually had a t-shirt made with the barcode on it. And the product number too, in case they could type
need to
the
just
number
type it in,
Because remember
right.
at Costco when they used to do that,
screamed,
they would type the number in.
Well,
like,
our friend
53,
Angie
126,
and Dan used to lurk. They knew the freaking numbers.
the codes for stuff like
just off the memory. Well, they see it
milk
every
and
day. You
eggs
keep
and
seeing it
all
over and over again. So I get that.
And
but
you used to be able to do
the
that.
things you remember, though. I mean,
it is crazy.
Ooh.
So anyway, so this old man has like this
funny.
T-shirt made with the barcode, so they can scan, and the guy scans his shirt so he can pay for his chicken because he doesn't want the laser to touch.
It's a problem. Down the road.
I was just, it was so funny. I'll
and
show
when
you
he
the
doesn't
video
die
of it.
from cancer, then you're going to be laughing.
That's right, because he's going to live longer than me because I scanned my rotisserie
scan everything.
chickens.
Scan me. I'm
yeah, right.
Well, they did scan him.
Well, they did scan him. Exactly.
So
the laser in his shirt. So
Even
like, how is it any
it.
different? But they're still lasering his shirt.
Still getting him. Still getting that laser in him.
Crazy.
That's
so
funny.
so that was my day. It was just a busy. Yeah. So I was out like a light. Got up for dinner. Still like a little groggy. My wife I come downstairs and my wife's like, "Oh, can you grab this and that?" And I'm like looking at her like, not functioning yet, not functioning.
Right.
I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. I was like just in that weird state of just like, oh my gosh, I just woke up from a nap and yeah.
Right. Well, before we went to the dinner.
Okay, going back to dinner.
I also had, we had the dinner, then I had to pick up the kids. So I guess I have two there.
Okay,
so the wine dinner was, it was Austrian this time.
Oh, right. Okay,
And
so going back for our listeners, the couple episodes ago, so Dave, it's on a monthly basis, you guys, or every other month?
It's a monthly thing.
They go do this, you pay, a flat fee for this like dinner and it's wine tasting and all stuff like that.
6
courses, right. But Dave doesn't drink. So he basically shares his alcohol with his wife and his wife and the barn woman.
Yep.
The barn woman. Woohoo.
Barn women. Yep. So it was a full house.
So it was the monthly, and so what was the cuisine again?
It was Austrian.
Okay,
wines were Austrian, and they paired it with Austrian food, or at least the menu showed Austrian.
So just like South German food.
Yeah, pretty
Austrian,
much. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And the gentleman that was there. Okay, so we picked up. We had Jackie. And
Jackie!
Maddie, there we go. And Maddie, and
Maddie.
we
Hi,
were
Maddie.
meeting the new boyfriend, and we were gonna,
Jackie
we were
and
gonna
Maddie
go
have a boy. They're in a throuple.
No, the Jackie's boyfriend.
Oh, Jackie's boyfriend.
Jackie's new boyfriend.
Okay.
And we were gonna meet, but there was an issue. He had an emergency, and he wasn't able to actually make it. So unfortunately, we didn't get to meet.
So you didn't
him,
get. This was your first
down
time
the road. This would have been. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're thinking maybe next month, or we're gonna try to plan something different.
Okay.
But the meal itself was freaking amazing. This was so good. Every course was just. It seemed like it was put together so much better than some of the other ones we've had.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was just so good. I think the highlights that we had was, I don't really like asparagus, but they had a white asparagus.
I like asparagus.
And it was a white asparagus, and it was on a bed of Serrano ham, or a type of ham.
Okay.
And then in a hollandaise sauce on top.
Oh.
And then a soft boiled quail egg.
Gotcha.
Over top of that.
Quail egg.
Yeah, it was, they got to get all spicy.
Egg.
It's just an egg, really. I mean,
it's just egg. It's just another animal's egg.
But it was crazy
another
small.
bird egg.
Like it was super small.
Oh,
it looked like
It
looked like a Fisher Price one, those little baby egg kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird. But that I kind of pulled the asparagus off and just ate everything else.
Gotcha.
And handed off to everybody else. Everyone got a spear of my asparagus off my plate.
Okay.
Along with my
no, I can't stand Brussels sprouts. I cannot do Brussels sprouts, period. But like asparagus, I'm fine with asparagus.
But asparagus,
I'm fine with broccoli. I'm fine
everyone
with
has their
beans,
picks, right? Cauliflower? You like cauliflower?
Take it or leave it. It depends. We don't eat a lot of cauliflower around our house. So, but yeah, just asparagus I'm fine with, but just Brussels sprouts, no.
There's the list. Well, they got the list now, so I don't know how about that.
Cool.
And then I guess another one was the venison was so good. It was very medium. It was on a bed of it had smoked beets and spätzle. I don't know if you know what spätzle is.
No.
Have you ever had? It's basically kind of just a really tight
Wasn't
pasta.
he an actor? Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
He's coming back. I hear
Is he? Is he out of trouble now from?
I think he's kind of
not assaulting women, but sexually, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. That's one other story.
So, but it's a very tight pasta. Basically, it's like a twisted kind of pasta, and it's very good. It was very good, and the guy did it. The chef did really a great job on this one. So yeah, cool. So that's about it. But yeah, it was
is it the same chef every time, or do they bring a chef in that specializes in that cuisine?
The restaurant has the chef and the head chef.
Okay, so
does
it's
the whole
his.
thing
Okay,
time.
I got you. I'm following you.
Right.
Okay.
And then there's a pastry chef, and his pastry is followed that. And the
you really need to watch The Bear.
I
on
see,
Hulu.
and I know when we're going to talk about
we're going to talk
right?
about the bear
we're
because
gonna
season
get
3
into
just
that.
started. We're going to talk to.
I will get into that.
You seriously need to go back and you need to watch.
I will start
the bear because
it's
the
part of my
cuisine
homework.
stuff is just okay. Anyway, so
That'll be
keep
part
okay.
of my homework because I am definitely
Homework
interested in that one.
The episodes are only like 30 or 40 minutes each,
Yeah,
and there's no reading.
Bang this one out, right?
Okay, yeah.
But then, and then Friday, then right off of the bat, then Friday, I had to pick up the kids.
Oh wait, so that was it with the dinner?
The dinner was the dinner.
It was just it was a nice dinner.
It was a
like,
great dinner, and we
everybody
had
got
it. Everyone got
and drunk
pretty
and
sloshed
as
because
usual.
they're drinking my wine too,
right?
So.
Because they're doing
they had
right.
that all divided out.
Okay,
and then everything happened.
We'll see
and I
what
got
happens next month.
Everybody home safe and
well, that's what's important. Getting
is
all
pretty much
the
how it
drunk
went.
barn women home safe.
Barn women, exactly. Yes. Make sure they were distributed to their correct locations. Yes.
Exactly, the proper stalls.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect. In the barn. Yes.
Night.
But then Friday, geez. So I went all Friday for work, and then at 3-ish, I'm slated to pick up the kids from Union Station downtown.
Okay.
So I'm all ready to go to 1 or 2 o'clock. There's a notice sent, and Sid replies and says, we have a delay. So it turns out
train delay.
The train coming up from North Carolina or into North Carolina was delayed by a tire fire next to the train tracks.
To the tracks. And the smoke was
tracks.
Probably, because it's toxic.
So they had to delay you want to guess how long the delay was?
6 hours.
3.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
So 3.5 hours from 3 o'clock puts it at like 6:30, right? So I was like,
you were already going to be. Well, that's actually might be better.
It was
because
better.
you were going to be driving home in rush hour traffic out of
dead
DC
center, right at 3 something.
So maybe that's okay. So
right. But then
blessing in disguise ish.
Yes,
maybe.
But then it kept getting more delayed, like throughout the day.
Okay.
As they were coming from North Carolina, they didn't get in until almost 9:30.
Wow. So you guys weren't home until like 11.
Yeah. From downtown, but
at least there was no traffic.
I was wide open. I flew right down.
Nice.
Right down 7. I took 7 all the way in.
Oh,
it was perfect.
Yeah.
But funny thing, much like airline pilots, the train guys are under union rules to only work so many hours, and this engineer was on his when they hit the Alexandria station, and guess where I picked them up at?
Right.
I had to go from Union Station downtown to the Alexandria King Street
because
station.
He wasn't driving a train anymore.
He was done. He said, I am done. Someone's going to be coming back in a couple hours, and they will pick up driving the train.
Or you could go pick them up in Alexandria.
Or I was going to pick them up.
Which was
I said, that is a hell of a lot easier for me than to sit here waiting in Union Station, or even them getting there, because they said they could take an Uber. And I was like, but
you're still turning around and going back the other way that you just came anyway, so you might as well just go pick them up.
I said, I'll just pick you up along the way. I said, it'll be 20 minutes. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And it was pretty quick. It was like right across. It was on King Street, so it's right down. It's straight. It's a straight shot. And the cool thing was, right off the station, Route 7. Yeah. So I just kind of turned right onto King Street, and that was Route 7. And I was like, shit, yeah. Right. So I was
for 2 hours
straight in. Yeah. And we got to hear about the trip, and everything went well. And
cool. Glad they had fun.
They did a bunch of different things. They had threw disc golf. So he threw a bunch down there while he was down there.
Nice.
So he had a great trip, and it turns out that they liked it down there. So yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So when do they go to the Empire Strips Back? Is that next week?
I believe that is late July.
Or later in the month.
Yeah, I think it's going to be later.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought they had.
But we are all ready to get a review.
I definitely want to get the review from the Empire Strips Back.
Yeah, we're going to see about
the burlesque
maybe
Star Wars show.
A live footage of the review.
Are they gonna allow you to like use your phone to like record in there?
No. I meant like the review.
Oh, okay.
On here.
I thought you meant,
okay. Yeah, no, there's no way.
I was like,
but again, we will have a firsthand recollection.
We'll get reviews for
a
that.
Perfect
That'll
review
be
of that one. So that should be good.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely have to keep it PG-13 probably.
No, we don't. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
We can do whatever
we can say whatever the fuck we want. It's our podcast.
Yes.
I specifically click the explicit language button every time when I publish it, so they know.
I do let a couple
the kids don't let. Yeah.
My mom does listen.
Yes. Well, yeah.
But yeah, she's a sailor too.
Hey, so random food.
Yes.
Off
of the dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
This just the other day I came. Yeah. Well, not really off of dinner, but it's a food thing. I had this the other day. I just thought of this while I was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Uh-huh.
And so, I grew up as everybody does, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches unless you're highly allergic to peanuts.
Obviously not anymore because we weren't allowed to give Sydney peanut butter and jelly anymore.
Yeah, because my son had peanut allergies, but yeah, and that's a whole other thing. But we still have it in the house. It's not that bad for where like it's not like because there are some people who can't even be a whiff of it. They'll break it out in hives and stuff. Anyway. So I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, several times a week during the day. Like that's my lunch. I just, make it. So I grew up like with, Jif peanut butter, and I always used grape jelly, Welch's grape jelly.
Welch's, yeah.
And that was what I used on it. But within the past couple months, I've switched to the Smucker's strawberry jam. It's not jelly. It's just strawberry jam.
A little more fruity.
And I don't know. All my life, I have had grape jelly. And I'm now just like in this strawberry jam phase on my peanut, with my peanut butter and my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You're evolving. So is what it is.
So the other that too, but it's making sure that I have the proper ratio of jam to peanut butter.
Okay.
Because if you put too much jelly or jam on it, to me that just ruins it.
Okay.
And because I like the peanut butter thickness,
it's a texture,
in your mouth, but I like the the sweetness of the jelly or the jam. So it's every time I put the jam on, I have like this spoon that's just like I have to make sure it's the right amount. I mean, I'm not like weighing it or something. I need I need a half of an ounce of jelly jam.
Yes.
It's not like that. It's nothing crazy. I'm not that psychotic. Yet.
Well,
wait until they start scanning my shirt at Costco to get my chicken, and then I'll be that level. So my question is: so do you eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches still?
I do.
Okay, so do you have a specific ratio that you keep it to that or do you, I mean, that they're like, ooh, or that's too much or whatever, and then you just lick it off the spoon because you don't want it in the sandwich, or what? Do you have something like that you do with yours?
That is a thing, and I think everybody has their own little whatevers because I'm more peanut butter than jelly.
Same here. I put peanut butter on both sides of the bread.
I thought you did. I was going to ask I only put on that, which is not a traditional kind of thing because you don't want the bread to be all gooey.
Yeah,
exactly. Is that what it is with the jelly?
So yeah, and the peanut butter just like seals it in.
Yes. But then you don't that doesn't over peanut butter the scenario there.
Sometimes, and that's why you have to get that right ratio of the jam or jelly to the right.
I get that,
but I think I've gotten pretty good. And the one thing with the jam is it spreads so much easier than jelly, because jelly just comes out like this congealed glob, and it's like and you have to like squish it down into the bread, into the peanut butter.
Yes.
But the jam spreads so nicely.
Well,
I'm like, how did I not have strawberry jam like all my life until I turned this age and realized that it seems like such a better option than the grape jelly.
And you don't have a problem with the strawberry seeds in the jam?
No, I kind of like that actually.
Really?
I like when I bite in and get that little tiny strawberry seed. Now, ooh, you kind of chew on it. It's like a little treat. It's a bonus treat.
Diverticulitis, you can't really have seeds.
Oh, well, I don't have that, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you're perfect. You're fine.
So you can.
Welch is now with have you seen the squeezable?
They have the squeeze bottles.
Whatever.
That kind of disgusts me though.
But the opening is huge.
Yeah, it kind of disgusts me though, because it just like blops.
It's a little bloppy. I get you. I do that. And then it tears the bread if it's just straight on the bread.
It's like okay, I'm not a sour cream fan. I think we've discussed this in the past.
Really?
I cannot stand sour cream, but they have the squeezable sour cream.
Okay,
because you can buy it in like a little tub,
or you can buy
so it's like you're squeezing your toothpaste out, but it's like sour
they have the
cream.
Mayonnaise
I'm just like,
too. Have you seen the mayonnaise?
Vomit.
The mayonnaise is the same way. They do the squeezable mayonnaise now too.
I don't. Well, see, the squeezable mayonnaise though, that's in a harder plastic container, because we have that. We have like the Hellmann's squeezable, in that.
And it's okay that it comes out like toothpaste and it's on your bread like toothpaste.
It's thinner than toothpaste. The fact I guess it's the size of the hole,
this is
the
a
opening.
Crazy ass conversation that's going a lot longer
weird.
than I thought it was going to go.
And as we discussed before, we're not high right now, but it might be later. And so, but it's.
Yeah, I was.
You would think this is
about this one,
and this happens at lunch.
I just have a little rando thing, and it's like
and it's turned into. So I think it's the size of the hole that it's squeezing out through, because on the sour cream and on the Welch's jelly, the hole is like a larger hole.
Oh, the Welch's one is like long and elongated to make it look like you're spreading a knife version of the
right, which is it's too big and it's like I said, too ploppy and
it is
just weird. But then the mayonnaise is a smaller, almost like smaller than the size of a pencil,
Okay.
like thickness. So
Okay.
it's not as
It's not the same.
okay, whatever.
No, I get that.
Yeah, maybe we've talked a little too long about that.
I was putting it on there because I know that we have so much to get to.
Yeah, so much
I'm just joking.
other little crap
I am
like
pretty
peanut butter
sure.
and jelly sandwiches to talk about.
This will come up again at some other iteration
gosh.
of a quirk on just food. Oh, we're just weird. That's all.
It is.
And everybody has their own. I mean, I
Yeah,
can tell you
yeah.
right now, Chase puts hot sauce on almost everything.
You told me that. You told me
And
that
that's
Chase
because
does that.
I make for white people. I cook for white people. It's barely bland.
Which is slightly racist,
and
by the way. Just want to
for
point that
white
out.
people, you
for you
mean?
saying that is slightly racist.
Because I don't cook with spices.
Yeah, I know, but that's still.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I just
But it's
don't
our podcast and we
spice.
say whatever we want.
And I'm
And don't
white,
judge us.
And I'm just I
But
understand
that's-
that my fascination with mayonnaise is a thing, but I do not put a lot of spice in it. But the other night, I surprised everybody and I had made a spicy chili hot dog sauce.
Ooh.
And it was a hot dog chili,
Ooh.
and it had cayenne pepper in it, and
Cayenne
also
pepper.
red pepper flakes. So it was a little spicier than normal.
Did you have any paprika?
I did not have any pepper.
Because you know what paprika is.
It's the happiest spice in the entire world. So, and I put it on there, and he still could put hot sauce on it, but and he put one of the ones he got from Raleigh, which was like a Reaper one, like a crazy one.
Oh, like Carolina Reaper?
It made him.
With the-
he goes, "Here,
yeah.
smell this," and I go, "No, it's going to burn my nostrils out."
Yeah, just smelling it.
Just smelling it.
Again,
I was
I've
like,
done the
I
hot
get
sauce
it, but
challenge. We've
I
talked
can't do
about it.
that.
It's,
Yes.
yeah. It's,
So it even made him a little wincy when he tried it and put it in there. But I just tried just the chili. It burned. It burned me, and I was like, "That's barely
Dave is
anything
such a
in there."
wimp.
But yes,
I
am.
literally brought some queso over one time, and I bought the medium, not the mild.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, this is so hot, it's
This
burning
is
my
gonna-
mouth.
it
It's burning my
did.
mouth." And I'm like,
I
"It's
just
the
not used to
medium.
it.
It's not even. It's not even
These
the
taste
hot."
buds just never grew
Dave
that
is
way.
such a baby when it comes to. Oh my
It
god!
is, but I am.
You and
I
your
am trying.
hand
I'm
and
branching
your-
out, and I don't want to keep cooking stuff that's so bland that everyone's just like, "I'm just going to add hot sauce." Just so
Well, yeah, to
So
keep
there's a lot
upping
to it.
the. Yeah, I hear you
Right.
on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Is that my hot take?
That was one of your hot takes. If you
that
want
was one.
That
Okay, I
is
can
one.
mark that
Yeah,
up
I
as a
did
hot
have that.
take.
I'm going to mark that one off. But I did have one where you talked about.
take.
Oh, so Pern's hot take. Yeah, but you have a transition.
We
to
need. Yeah,
that.
we need to do like a little, Pern's hot take.
So we're just going to go right into the hot takes because
Oh,
that's kind of
okay.
the thing.
There are more.
There is,
Okay.
yes, because I had one where you talked about the Dallas Cowboy thing, right?
The cheerleaders,
right?
The DCC,
The
Dallas
DC
Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yes, yes.
America's sweethearts.
Right. And
Yes.
they were on the Today Show.
Oh, right. You said they were
last
coming
week.
up after. Yeah, they were going to be on.
Yeah. And I was like, that's funny because I saw a commercial for that when you said that.
But it's the new squad,
It's the new squad.
not last season's squad.
It's this one. Yeah. And how they're going through because they were advertising the show,
the
going into the show.
Oh, wait. So it was last season's because it followed them all last season. So that just came out.
Oh yeah, well
So
these were
it
some
was
of the
last
new ones.
season's
Yeah, these were
squad?
some of the new ones. And then one that was leaving was on the show.
Oh, Kelsey,
She was talking about her. I don't know her name. I didn't
the
know.
brunette,
I did not even pay
long dark
attention
hair.
to that either.
I know you were looking at something else.
No,
know.
I was not. I was in the middle of taking care of the dogs
Oh,
and the plates, and I was not even following
Okay.
it. But the funny thing was
yeah.
that they were doing this little dance routine, right?
Of course they are.
And in the between, and they did your split right there on their
On the
concrete.
stage?
It was concrete.
Oh
It was
my
outside.
gosh.
They were outside, so they were in the whatever their little.
Can we start a
stage area was.
petition?
I saw it and I went, "Ow! Oh my
It's the
god,
jump
that had to
split.
hurt." Yeah,
It's called a jump split.
Oh, they
And
really
I'm
shouldn't
like,
do that. It was
these
it was-
women are
it
like
hard. It was
killing
hard.
their hips and having to have surgery
Yeah,
on their
you
hips
talked about
because
that.
of
So,
the
yeah.
jump split. Like,
So there was
please,
that.
we don't need to be entertained by that anymore.
So I
Please
figured that
eliminate.
would-
Let's
I was
sign a
pretty
petition
sure that was going to get you. It was
to
gonna
eliminate
trigger
the
you.
jump splits.
Yes. So
for
there was
these
that.
cheerleaders.
So there was that. That was your. That was a
my
good hot
gosh.
take. Good hot take.
Okay.
I didn't know if you saw at Costco. Halloween is out.
Yes, we saw the Mickey Mouse little. It was like the Halloween. It was like the pirate ship, but it had like pumpkins and it was
I didn't
lights up.
see that one.
And then they
I
had
saw
another
the giant
one.
ass skeleton.
Oh yeah, the
Half
$200,
skeleton
the $300
coming out of the ground.
skeleton. Yeah, just from the chest up.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
we saw
awesome.
that. They have this huge skeleton. It's like almost $300.
Right.
And it's a big piece of plastic.
It
and it's a
is.
skeleton, but it's from his chest and like his arm, like he's climbing out of the ground.
Yeah. It was
you can
very
put them in
cool.
your yard.
And his eyes light up red.
Yes, we saw there was a mom taking a picture of some kid like outside, and the kid's like, "Yeah, this is cool." Like,
yes,
okay,
it was very cool.
So-
And then so we didn't know that it was out, and we were probably three aisles in, and all of a sudden we're hearing music, and we're like, that kind of sounds like Halloween music. Why would we? One of the dumbass tombstones has a dancing skeleton on it, and it's music, and it just kept playing over and over again because everybody was walking in front of the damn thing. It was triggering it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, can we just not?" And so for the half of the
wait,
damn
were you
store,
at the Winchester one, or did you go to Leesburg?
We went to the Leesburg one.
Okay, so because we went to the Winchester today, and so I'm also just sidebar right next to the Mickey Mouse Halloween little light up decoration things. Are already the Christmas bows.
Oh no,
ribbon. The
really?
Christmas ribbon
because
and
I was
Christmas
about
bows.
to say, when is Christmas? September?
Yeah, no,
that's when it's going to start.
They always
coming
had
out.
the Christmas bows and ribbons were already displayed. Was literally right next to
you gotta
the
get
Mickey
those
Mouse.
early then, I guess.
No, they have them all year. It seems like, but I was just like, my daughter's just like, really.
But you know what else we saw? Halloween candy was out too. Bags of the candy was out. Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I'm just going to get it anyway because it had a good assortment. There was a good assortment.
Yeah, you would.
In the flavors. So that was that hot take there.
Wait, was the hot take? Is it too early for Halloween?
Is it too early? Yeah,
dude. I don't.
July
I think in
1st,
retail.
for God's
I think
sake.
retail nowadays it just doesn't matter.
It wouldn't
anymore.
matter. When
It doesn't faze
be
me.
there. Like they could have it out all year and it wouldn't matter.
It doesn't faze
Right.
me at all.
Well,
no,
we're
like,
numb.
I just okay. It's like, oh, cool. Look at the little Mickey Mouse pumpkin,
And
like
plus,
pirate ship.
what does it
with
really?
the,
I see. Well, I was thinking, man, what does it really matter if it's out or not? You know,
True.
You buy it or you don't buy it. It's still It's not.
Did you see
old.
the size of the box that skull thing? I was like, how's that? That's not even going to fit in my van.
There's no way
I'd have to strap that to the roof with like bungee cords or something to drive it home.
You driving home with that thing.
Oh, have him like climbing out of the van.
Yeah, that would be best.
Off the roof
right?
of the van.
It's
Just
you
take him out of the box,
model.
assemble it,
No,
and then
you'd
put
buy
it on
the
your
floor
roof.
model.
Yeah, and then put it on your roof and tie it down and like
just bungeed. And his hand is like in your door.
Yeah,
just
come out the
sticking
window.
Yes,
hands coming out the window. The body's coming out of the top of the van, and
That'd be perfect.
That would be
drive that home. Yeah, and then did you know Virginia state law 46.2-1157?
Oh, of course, I'm totally familiar with 46-2.
Inspection of motor vehicles says that no law enforcement officer shall stop a motor vehicle due to an inspected vehicle inspection sticker, expired vehicle inspection sticker, until the first day of the fourth month after the original expired date.
Oh,
so you have like ours actually
have 4
expired.
months.
Ours actually expired this month. So we were like, oh my god, I got to do it while
in July or May?
In June.
So yeah, I forgot about June in the middle there.
I forgot about June. Yeah,
right.
sorry. So now it's like, okay, great. So now I got to get this done this week. And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, let me see what's going on with that. Turns out you have 4 months.
You have 4 months. They can't pull you over and fine
just
you
for that
it
until they get to October. So now I have it like, but it gives me a little bit of time. But
well, so you're in Loudoun County. You have to get emissions done too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on emissions.
Because see, out
too,
here
so.
we're in a different county, and we don't have to do emissions, which is awesome.
The Clark County,
like we don't have to do.
Which is weird because you're still Virginia, and I just find that to be.
Well, we're just so much further out that you still have a car. We only have like 40,000 people like in this area. It's like not,
I guess.
It's
so
not
is
big.
that really deterring me from driving? No, it's just means.
But
that
there's
I have to pay
something
a little
like
extra.
5 million in the DC area. So like, I mean, I can understand why closer into the city.
But the emissions doesn't stop you. It just makes it. It catches the cars that are emitting awfulness, right?
But if you have more cars emitting awfulness, then you're going to have issues.
But it doesn't deter.
We're almost getting into politics and religion here, and I don't like.
Well,
this.
that was that. But it was just I brought that up because you had the extra. 4
I went
months.
out of this hot take.
It was the extra 4 months. Oh, you want that? I can end it if you want.
I went out of this hot
because I had the Cracker Jack thing that I showed you. But stupid ass Cracker.
So Dave opens like this box of Cracker Jacks.
Yes.
And it had what was it? Just it was
a dumbass sticker. Like it was a sticker of the Cracker Jack boy. Yeah. Just his head.
Just a sticker,
which was very odd.
You used to get like little magnifying glasses and
got
like
a chokeable
plastic
toy.
Or like some, you actually got like a little
something
tiny,
usable,
like space alien action figure or something. And now
it was a sticker. And then the other sticker
you used to get
in
temporary tattoos.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That was great.
Yeah,
you just
and
licked it, stuck it on your arm, and you had to peel it off, and you were a sailor.
Right.
But my thing was that the other thing that I got, it was a sticker, but it was like an explosion sticker.
Like a boom?
Yeah. Well, it was like that.
Something going on.
Like kapow, like the bat. Like
the Batman. Yeah.
Boom,
the Batman.
pow, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't say anything in it. It was just like an explosion. And I'm just like, what is this thing for? If you look it up, there's something about like a game you play online with the sticker, and you use that as some. I was like, this is too much. I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is annoying. So yeah, that was
like
Cracker Jack.
Scan this QR code and play the game.
And I always had a problem with Cracker Jacks because all the peanuts fell into the bottom. So you're not getting that mix.
So at the very end, you just get the peanuts in your mouth. Yeah, you like tip the box back.
Yeah, but you also get all the
it's like the strawberry seeds and the strawberry jam.
True, exactly.
It just goes back to that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a ripoff.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cracker Jack. You lose.
Pern's hot take. Pern's hot take.
Yep, that was my hot take.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's all.
Let's go to TVs and movies.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
So we just posted last week's episode, just went up, and one of our listeners commented online about this past week's episode already, which was awesome.
Yay.
And so Joanne from Texas, she would like you to watch Big Brother this summer and and for us to review it every week.
It's hard. It's so hard.
It's not so hard. It comes on 3 nights a week. You don't have to watch the live feeds. You don't have to. It's oh my God, no, it's not. So Joanne in Texas would like us to watch Big Brother this summer and review it. And for you, this would be actually quite entertaining because you kind of like don't like this type of stuff. So if you watched it. And I'm sure you can watch it online. Like it's only 40 minutes. I can watch it online,
and it's not the time commitment. And yes, I guess this would be.
And it's 3 days. It's 3 shows, 3 times a week. The show airs, and
for the show, I guess. But Jesus,
so on. I think it's July 19th or something was when Big Brother starts for this season. Yes, I will remind you. Trust me, I will remind you.
No problem. I will stay on top.
And you can watch it on Paramount Plus. And you have Paramount Plus.
I don't have Paramount Plus, but okay.
I thought you had Paramount Plus.
No, I have.
Okay, let me give you a password. Password sharing. Password sharing.
There it is. Oh, we didn't say that.
No password sharing.
Nope. Sorry, there may be a sponsor down the road.
Anyway, so for Joanne in Texas, or one of our loyal listeners,
I will make it. I'll try to make that happen.
We'll at least get it started and see how it goes. We'll do Big Brother because I've been watching Big Brother since season 1.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's people they call Big Brother super fans that like literally like, oh yeah, in season 8 when so and so got eliminated because they didn't win the veto, and I'm just like, and I'm like, I don't remember who, I do remember season 8, but I don't remember like that stuff and who got evicted first and all that, know, like I am a fan. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan because I don't know, but there's some super fans of the show that like literally can tell you the elimination every season, who went first and second and third and like who won, and I'm like, I can't even remember who won last year, let alone
I always find it hard to watch shows where the people act a certain way. Ignorant is not the real word.
Well, we've discussed this, how on like last week, that how these reality shows
put the people on
they either take really smart people or really stupid people.
Yeah, and that's where it kind of that's just going to be tough, man. I'm telling you right now. Joanne,
we're going to have to twist his arm.
This is going to be tough,
get him to watch Big Brother.
Okay, here's the deal. I will give you 3 shows.
3. So that's 1 week. That's the first week.
Fine, I'll give you 3.
Oh, 2 weeks. 6 shows. 2 weeks.
6 shows. We'll see.
Yeah. The first.
Oh my God, there's more than one. I will watch 1 a week.
No, there's 3.
Why do I need to watch 3?
It comes on like Sunday, Wednesday, and
Way
Thursday.
Too much.
Because Thursday's eviction night.
Well, then I'll watch the eviction night.
But you got to watch the
Do I really?
Yes, because on the Sunday night they name the head of household. They have the head of household competition. They compete to see who's head of household, and then they do the nomination ceremony at the end of that episode. And then on Wednesday they do a veto challenge where you can try to take yourself off the block.
And in the winter, I don't even commit to 3 showers a week.
Oh my God,
Jesus, 3! Oh my God. 3 days.
Oh my gosh! So then they do the veto ceremony, the veto challenge, and the veto ceremony on Wednesday, and then on Thursday night they do live eviction. Julie Chen comes out looking elegant as always, and does her whole. But first, on Big Brother, she has a hashtag.
Can I watch it like in my free time during those times?
Yeah, just go watch.
I don't have to watch it. Like
you don't have to watch it Sunday night or because I watch it when I get home from work. I have it on the DVR or Paramount Plus. I can just
you don't want to spoil it though, but
yeah. So okay, so Joanne, I think we've got him to commit for at least the first 3 weeks of Big Brother. 9 episodes.
You said 2 weeks.
3 weeks of
we'll see. Well, again, this is going to be tough, but okay, we'll see.
Hey, our listeners are requesting this. We're doing it for our listeners.
Our listener.
We now take requests. Hey, we are up to at least 23 weekly listeners.
Whole listeners.
I'm pretty,
no problem. Anyone else want to make any requests? Please make a request for Pern to have to do something crazy, please.
Could you play Eye of the Tiger by Survivor?
Can you just sing it?
Dun,
3 bars.
Dun, dun, dun.
Perfect.
Yeah. There we go. So that was my first. So at the
my
movies,
first homework. Because
your first homework. Well, no, your first homework is going to be The Bear.
The Bear.
You've got to watch The Bear.
To that
which I wasn't ready to go to The Bear. Hold on, I got a movie first.
Okay, you get your movie.
So, did you see the box office numbers this weekend?
I missed them.
Kevin Costner's Horizon Part 1
and
came in third place. With a whopping $11 million.
11. Oh my God.
This thing was they have broken this into 2 parts. The first part is 3 hours long, and then
they got to commit to that second one.
So the question is, like, what do they do? Do they force this out to streaming,
or they Paramount Plus it? Did they Paramount
to get
Plus
it out
number
there?
2?
To try to build up, because they've obviously got a release date for part 2.
Yes,
in August, like August 19th or 16th,
it was on
or something like that.
It was on the commercial. Yeah,
and the first part has done so miserable that. Oh, and by the way, Inside Out 2 was number 1 for the third week in a row, and still brought in another like 56 million or something crazy. Like it's almost hit $500 million worldwide now. It's crazy.
Yeah, good.
Insane. Way to go, Inside Out 2.
Good for Pixar.
Yeah, and Pixar and Disney. Yeah, and all those. So that was the number 1 movie. Number 2 was, what was that other movie that came out this weekend? Oh, I can't remember what it was. I just remember
The Bad Boys.
No, that was from several weeks ago. That was actually 4th, right behind. Oh, it almost beat Horizon. I think it was like
Horizon.
It was like, if you and I had gone and seen Bad Boys. No, 4th week. If you and I had gone and seen Bad Boys, we could have beat it. We could have pushed that, and it would have beat Horizon for 3rd place. I think so. Just our 2
That would have been perfect.
That would have been
the 2 tickets, and yes.
Exactly.
Nice.
So so what did they do? Did they rush it out to
You didn't even say what number 2 was.
What was number 2?
You didn't.
Oh my God, I don't remember what the hell was the number 2 movie that came out this week.
Well, you fill time and I'll look it up.
Okay, you can look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So do they literally in 2 weeks from now, does it come out streaming? And for like, because I think The Fall Guy was like that. It was like 2 weeks later, it was like out to buy or rent for like 20 or 20 some bucks or whatever. But did they just like go straight to like, boom, we're streaming this because they want to try to get people to watch it so they can generate maybe a little more for the second one that comes out? Because are they really going to cancel that release date? No, it's the 3rd week of August. It's a shit release date anyway. But why, what does Warner Brothers do here? Or did they just literally go, well, that was $200 million we lost.
Yeah, let's file that away at Westworld,
whatever,
or Waterworld 2.
We'll write it. It's a write off. Whatever. We don't care. We lost
maybe
on this.
Well, they've swallowed movies before, right?
Well, of course, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like going back to the Coyote versus Acme.
Yes,
I'd love to see that.
I would have liked to see that one
funny.
Too.
I wanted to see it.
We'll never see.
And
that
they canned it.
Already.
The execs are just like, nope, we're never releasing this.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's in the can.
Yep,
it's gone.
See it. Did you look up the number 2?
It is A Quiet Place Day 1.
Oh, Quiet Place Day 1. That's right. And that didn't actually do too 52? Well either. 52? Oh, that did 52?
Yeah, not bad for week 1.
Wait, and so Inside Out 2 did 56, right?
57.
Oh, okay. So it was close there in the 1 and 2, but then the drop off to a brand new for Horizon.
Everybody went to go see those 2, and then
I read the description for Horizon and I'm like, wow, that just sounds like an absolute snooze fest. Like, why would he? I'm not a history buff and I'm not a Wild West. I don't know. I was just like, no, thank you. I think I'm good.
It's visiting Yellowstone or.
Is it part of that?
It's
is
all
it tied
Yellowstone
into the Yellowstone?
No, it's not.
Or is Yellowstone a totally separate story?
It was old. It was like in the 1800s or 1900s, early 1800s. I think.
I don't know. I didn't watch Yellowstone either. I don't know.
Well, Yellowstone's now, but then if you follow the show.
But the movie is
This movie is actually
it's like a history lesson. And I'm just like, no,
it is. Yeah.
No, I'd go see Inside Out 2 for the 3rd time again. Or we should have gone and seen Bad Boys 6. I mean,
Bad Boys, yes, Ride or Die. Yeah,
Bad Boys 6, Ride or Die. So
they were close at 10.3 and Horizon was 11.
I told you it was like literally if we had bought tickets and gone, we would probably pushed them over pushed them off the spot. Sorry, Will Smith and Martin. Martin, no, I almost said Martin Short, but that would be a funny movie.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Martin Short. That would be hysterical.
Be perfect.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
You were getting it. You were getting there. I figured you were trying to kill time to figure it out. Martin Short. That's perfect.
The tallest and shortest guys in Hollywood.
Yes, right? Really? It happens. It's like Twins 3.
Yeah, Twins 3. And get Arnie and get Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in it.
In a restaurant.
Have them on like a double gay date or something.
Be perfect.
That would be like...
It writes itself.
Yeah. Martin Short literally alone can... I mean, that guy can carry...
Oh, he does it. Carries a movie.
So last Thursday, the Bear season 3 came out on Hulu. And
Part of my homework.
The first 2 seasons, I absolutely loved the show. My wife had actually watched it and turned me on to it. And I was just so enamored by it and fell in love with it and the characters and the way it's shot and the story and all of it. And so season 3 just premiered last Thursday.
Yes.
And so I'm like all excited and I start watching everything, and it honestly not my favorite season of the show.
You got through the whole thing.
I finished watching it last night. It's 10 episodes. And it honestly, for me, didn't even really start picking up until episode 8.
Oh.
And that episode 8 is absolutely a slam dunk.
Really?
It's
what the entire season should have been. Was
no,
because
it's an offset part because the mom of the family that, they own it, like the daughter and the son are running it because the other son passed away, whatever.
Got it.
The mom is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, okay.
And she's an alcoholic. And like in past episodes, they've done flashbacks to Thanksgiving's in the past where she's in the kitchen and, just keeps drinking her wine and all this stuff and totally fucking up dinner and because she'll snap at a heartbeat if somebody does, all this. So in episode 8, spoiler, hopefully for, I don't know, and I won't go into too much detail, but,
but
it's Jamie Lee Curtis's episode.
Oh, okay.
It is her episode
so
and the daughter. Her and the daughter. It's them the whole episode. And I told my wife the next day, I said, Jamie Lee Curtis is an American gem. If she does not get an Emmy nomination and win an Emmy for the performance in that episode,
just that 8 episode,
holy shit. She sells the batshit crazy older woman mom character to a T. It was just like, the fact that she won the Oscar, 2 years ago for All Things and Everything at Once or whatever that was.
Yes.
Yeah. I was happy that she won an Oscar and got it for that because she was great. But it's like, I mean, I've grown up watching Jamie Lee Curtis in the Halloween movies and, Trading Places
True
and
Lies.
all the, exactly. True Lies and all these movies and stuff. And like, she is fucking nailing it right now as an actress. And I just told my wife, I'm like, she is an American gem because this is just the performance she puts in episode 8 of season 3 of The Bear. It's just absolutely, for me, was like, I could not, I can't even put words together. It was just, I was so amazed that of how great it was.
Cool.
So, but then I watched episodes 9 and 10 last night and finished the season, and it finishes really strong.
Okay.
9 and 10 are great, but it just felt like episodes 1 through 7 to me were almost like throwaway. And I'm like, you've got this hit show that every episode has always been kick ass.
Maybe trying
and
too
then
hard.
Episodes 1 through 7 were just not doing it for me. I don't know. But then 8, 9, and 10 finishes super strong. To be continued. They leave us with a cliffhanger, and I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
So that's your homework. Yeah. And again, the episodes are only 30, 40 minutes and there's no subtitles or reading.
Oh,
so you can,
Cool.
Yeah. So start watching The Bear.
No problem.
Actually season 1's only 8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And then season 2 and season 3 are 10. Yeah.
Quick,
so it's, you can definitely go through this, super quick.
No problem.
So with, this Jamie Lee Curtis episode, it's gotten me more in like, I don't know, a weird headspace because I think about my mom a lot.
Right.
And my mom actually, today is the day she passed 16 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And she died from cancer. And, we saw her like literally 3 or 4 days before that because it was her birthday. And we went out to see her, and I actually, got to be with her. And she was still fighting. She was still like, I'm doing, she's like, I got a cough and this and that and whatever. And I'm not feeling good and whatever. And then 3 days later, she goes to the hospital, and then she passes away before we could get fly back to Chicago to get there.
Wow.
But I did get to see her just days before that. And, and my mom and I had no unfinished business left. We literally talked everything out. And, my mom was my best friend. I miss her terribly. I can't believe it's been 16 years. So and this all started from this bear episode of and it's this episode between a mother and her daughter. And it was just how much, moms mean to us. And this is not a Mother's Day thing either.
No, we're not even close.
Yeah, we're way past Mother's Day.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just saying, everybody text or call your mom, hug her, because you don't know when the last time will be. It's just and Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't die in the episode. Sorry, that's not a spoiler. So
no, it's right.
She doesn't die at the end of the episode. But anyway, but yes, just tell your mom, because moms do so much. My wife does so much for our kids and our family, and it's just I can't even. I don't know. And like I said, it's not even a late Happy Mother's Day thing. This is just call, text, or give your mom a hug next time you see her.
Yep,
a big one. Just say love you. Let her know. That's it. Okay. So that was my serious.
That was
my serious side. So then the last thing for movies and TV for me, I don't know if you had anything else, was that tomorrow is the premiere on Netflix of Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Oh no!
And I am going to just try to laugh and enjoy it
tomorrow
as much as humanly possible. Yes, I think actually maybe at midnight tonight, because today's July 2nd right now.
Oh,
we're recording.
Sweet Mother Christ!
So maybe tonight at midnight, or maybe 3 a.m. it'll come on. I don't know if it comes on at midnight. Oh my God, do you remember a couple weeks ago? Oh, after we were done with the podcast a couple weeks ago, Dave and I were just turning on Netflix just because there was no hockey game that night.
Right.
No Stanley Cup game, which we'll get Stanley Cup in a minute, going on that night. And we put on this movie, and was it The Shark Under Paris or Shark in Paris thing or whatever?
Yes.
What the fuck was that?
That was awful.
Oh my God. So we put
it
on
was
just something
French,
because
right? It was English dubs over French.
It was a French made movie, French speaking movie, and then they overdub it in English. They didn't even give you the option for subtitles, which Dave wouldn't watch anyway. But you think, why do you need subtitles for a killer shark that's eating up Paris?
That's true.
But
Under Paris. It was Under Paris.
Yeah. We watched the first 10 minutes.
It was hard to watch too.
10 to 12 minutes, and we both were like, no, we're out.
I can't.
Out. We're done. We turn it. We're like, this is crap.
Even if it was crap and you watch it because it was crap, it wasn't.
But if it's crap enough, crap, it has to be campy crap.
Yes.
And this wasn't campy crap. This was trying to take itself serious, like it was a Jaws 1 movie,
right?
But in French, and it was just stupid, and the effects were terrible.
Yes.
And I'm just like, how is this number 2 on the most watched movies on Netflix today? And I saw a list this past week of the top 10 movies on all the streaming services right now that you shouldn't miss, and one of them was the stupid Shark in Paris. And I'm just like, holy crap, are you kidding me? This movie was shit. I don't trust anything else on this list you've told me now, because if you put this on there, why would you want me to go watch all this other crap?
Yeah. Well, I watched The Beekeeper. That was on the list. It was on the list too.
I
watched that one the other day. It was pretty good. It was the Jason Statham.
You
get what you get when you watch it. It's it's his role.
Of course, it's Statham.
I think he directed it or something.
Wow,
it was that.
He's not going to win an Oscar for that. That's for sure.
You get what you get. It's kind of like watching a Jackie Chan when you know what you're going to get when you watch a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, the other movie I watched quickly. This was just out of the back of my thought, and I texted you about this one.
Oh.
I started watching the Adam Sandler movie. The one where he's in Spaceman or Space Boy or
Spaceman.
And he basically he's on a mission to Mars or something like that.
Or was it Rocket Man or Space? It's one of them.
I think it's Spaceman.
Like that. Yeah,
or Space Boy or Spaceman.
If it's man, it's man.
I think it's Spaceman. I don't know. It was number 1 on Netflix's movies for how long, for first couple of weeks when it was out.
Yeah.
And so and one of my friends, I'm not going to name who it is, on Facebook was like, oh my God, this was so good. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give it a go if you say it's good.
Right.
And I started watching it, and it's about this guy going out in space to basically save the world. He's gone on a mission to, I don't even know. I forget what it was. I almost blocked it entirely from my mind. It was that bad. So he starts losing his mind and going crazy. Space madness. And I sent Dave a text of a picture from Ren and Stimpy when Ren was going through space madness. And he starts talking to this imaginary space spider alien thing.
And it's a spider. I mean, it
But
looks
but
like
he even
an
says right
actual
at the beginning,
spider.
he says he's an
I'm
alien.
not a spider, but I'm an alien.
He's an
Yes.
alien,
Yes.
but he's a big alien space spider, and this thing is huge. I mean, it would consume Adam Sandler in one bite. Like, it's huge.
That's how big
and
it is. Yes.
Yeah, and he talks in a very calm voice.
Very calm.
It's very much like Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
And
I wonder
yeah.
where they got that idea from.
Has that feel to
Maybe
it?
it was 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Right.
Yeah, I got 40 minutes into it. And I'm like, I cannot watch another minute of this. I can't even believe I made it 40 minutes. Because the talking spider doesn't come out until
there's a
maybe
lot of
20
drama
minutes
to
in.
it, though, right?
Because
Up until
there's the
that
opening.
point.
He's going through issues with his wife, and you know, and stuff, and she video messages him every day, and then stops, and then it's because she's leaving him, and all. So there's all this other stuff going on, and then he starts to lose his mind, and then the Space Spider comes in. And I'm like, I was like, I'll give Space Spider like 10 minutes.
It should have some relevance to what's happening, and yes, that might be the. I didn't even watch it.
So 40 minutes in, boom, no. That is the first time I think I've not pushed through and watched the end of a movie, because it still had an hour left. It was an hour and 40, and I got 40 minutes. And I'm like, there's still an hour of this left? Are you fucking kidding me?
There's
no. Seriously, the story's told.
The spider. I mean,
he's crazy.
Come on, now what?
He's a space spider. Yeah, whatever. Oh my god. So I was like, no.
Does the spider help him save the world? I mean, come on, what's happening?
Right, and is it literally the end of like Armageddon, where it's a one way trip? You know, like that the
spider.
Or space spiders in base. Wow, I hope
spiders.
don't really care.
You couldn't even get into it.
I couldn't even care if the space spiders invaded at that point, because this guy was. Yeah.
You're already past it.
That may have been a better movie, and if that isn't the end of the movie, then
Spiders in Paris.
Yeah, Killers of the Flower Spiders or something. Or something. Another.
Yes.
Yeah, another big winner.
Well, last time we were talking about the Karjitsu.
And
we didn't really
I showed that to some coworkers, and they're like, have you guys heard about Karjitsu? And they're like, no. And I put it on, and we were just like, oh my God, what the hell?
Yes. We didn't get knee deep into it, but I looked up the rules.
The rules of Karjitsu.
They're the rules.
So again, if you haven't listened last week, Karjitsu is, it came up in one of my feeds on Instagram, and it's basically two guys or women, two athletes.
Either. Yes.
If you want to use that word loosely, athletes, in sitting in the front of, like, it looks like a Toyota Camry, and they have to buckle themselves into the seat, into their seats, and put their hands up. And then they start a timer, a 3-minute timer, and then they're like, hands down, go. And they basically like jump out of their seat as fast as they can and unbuckle their harness or whatever, and then just try to choke and beat the shit out of each other.
Yes, using anything in the car. So the rules state
they could grab the windshield, the rearview mirror.
It includes the seatbelt, steering wheel, window seals, anything.
Oh, the window seal. Wow.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something to whip that person?
Yeah,
with
right.
The window seal.
Slap.
Yow.
Yeah.
But they have to start buckled and unbuckle themselves. So you could actually stop the person from unbuckling themselves.
Well, yeah, I saw one. The guy literally threw, like, as the guy's reaching with his hand, the guy he was in the driver's seat, and he threw his right hand down and blocked the guy from hitting his buckle to get out.
Right.
And while this guy took his left and we reached around and unbuckled him and then jumped over on top of him and just started beating the crap out of him.
Yeah. So you get points for certain moves like that. And then it's a best of 3 rounds. And if one round goes to the time limit and no one's scored more or less within that round, there's a 4th round where they put them in the backseat.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I haven't seen the backseat one.
4-minute round on the 4th round.
Oh my
so it's just like
you have a little extra room. So
yes, right.
The backseat,
but they follow the basic rules of traditional Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So the matches get awarded points and they're judged.
I don't remember seatbelts in the original Brazilian.
I watched regular jiu-jitsu. Well, this is Karjitsu, so of course there's a seatbelt.
Of course you use those.
But I watched one of the videos where the guy, it's a convertible. So it was a different kind of car. So they do different cars too.
Like a Miata?
I would say it's a little bigger. I would say Cadillac. It was an older Cadillac. One of the guys threw the other guy out of the car.
Oh, right. And then they stop and then they reset, right?
Yeah. Then they had to get back in, but he picked him up and threw him out, but he got points for that because that's a move, right? It's like one of the moves, but he threw him out of the car. So in that vein, I looked up crazy ass sports that we decide as humans we have to play.
Which we did briefly talk about this with pickleball and other things that the crossover like between the two sports. Okay,
yes.
You found other
so there
ones.
is a lot of that. But yeah, so the one that I sent you this map.
Yeah.
It's a zombie survival 5K marathon.
Yeah, so you run through this course and I guess zombies are chasing you.
Yes. Okay, so it's a one-of-a-kind obstacle course with endless zombies vying for the 3 flags that are on the runner's waistband. Okay, so the zombies are trying to take away your flags as you run through them at different stations.
So like it's flag football.
It kind of is, and the zombies are just out there grabbing these things.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that you can be a runner as a participant in this thing, or you can be a zombie.
Oh, I'd be a zombie without a doubt.
So there are, well, of course you don't have to actually run a 5K if you're doing that. You're just stay in one position and go kind of zombie faking out and then grabbing for their flag. So
absolutely,
the person goes flying by. Okay, well, there's going to be another one coming, so I'll just grab that next person. Yeah, but you got to be zombie, so you got to play the role. So
maybe I'm a soccer zombie.
You think you're going to, or the 28 later zombie?
Maybe I was the king of slide tackling in soccer. I got 0 red cards in my entire career for it. I was a slide tackling zombie
and
professional.
That was your experience. Okay, so do you want to try to figure out if you're a runner, what price do you think this is for a runner?
Oh my gosh, I have $39.99.
That is damn close. If you do it depends on when you make your reservation. Like if you're earlier,
if you want a day run or a night run,
there is that.
You got to do a night run. Oh my God, you'd have to.
But it's an extra price. It's an extra $5 to the price
at night.
Yeah, if you do it with a night.
Well, I mean, of course, it's cooler. Like
I would say that would be kind of neat, right? That would definitely give you a heightened kind of thing. But you saw the map. It starts in like a haunted house kind of thing, and you run through the haunted house, and there's covered bridges, and there's a tire run, and there's a bunch of different obstacles. You're just going up and down this thing. I can't imagine that was be just along with doing a 5K.
Can you imagine if they combined with the bouncy house, the America bouncy house thing, and did a zombie bouncy house run through a bouncy house? How exhausting would that be?
The obstacles could be the bounce, like in between, right? Because then you got to run through a thing of zombies, and then the obstacle is the obstacle.
What was that thing called we saw the ad for that was coming to DC?
Bouncy
Bounce America
World,
or Bounce something.
Yeah,
you looked it up.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if they did like an entire run, not just jumping through a house as an obstacle, but just make the whole thing, because that was like almost like a whole city of bouncy house stuff.
It was like one after another.
But make that the 5K course. That'll wear your ass out.
Yeah, of course it would. Yeah. So, okay. So if you're a runner, it's between 50 and 85, depending on when you make your reservation. And the reservation started like in next week.
Wow.
But the run isn't until like mid-November.
Well, I was about to say October, like Halloween.
Yeah,
like,
it's after Halloween. But yeah. But this whole zone is like, it's movie style scenes.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. So that's if you're
like
a runner.
If you go to Universal Studios and you're like on the lot and you're seeing like the different fake buildings, like you run through that. That's
you would
cool.
run through them, and it's basically this whole layout, right? But
okay, maybe 85 is not bad.
But if you were
just to
a
go
zombie,
running from zombies,
if you want to be a zombie, it's between 30 and 65.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't have to pay. Oh, you said you didn't have to run.
You don't have to run. You just pay to be a zombie.
I'd totally pay to be a zombie.
I would pay to be a zombie too.
Yeah.
And there are other ones that you actually don't have to pay to be the zombie.
Oh,
and other ones, because there was one that we saw that was in Manassas, and it was like that. But and you didn't have to pay to be the zombie, but you had to show up to be a zombie.
Oh, okay.
And you just played the zombie role. But you get a T-shirt and you get a medal, and the funny thing is,
you get a T-shirt.
By the time you get to the end, if you have all 3 of your flags or any one of your flags, you're a survivor. But if you've lost all your flags and you get to the end, you're infected, and you get an infected or a survivor medal and T-shirt.
I think that's what I would end up getting, because I would do it by default, because I would totally probably get all my tags,
of course,
flags pulled off me.
I would too. But, I'm not fast, so it would be a problem.
Yeah.
So there's that one. So that was that one. Another one I found was Quidditch. They play a version of Quidditch,
yes,
but you're not flying around. You do have to put a broom between your legs.
Yes, you have to run around.
But all the same rules of throwing the quaffle and all this other stuff. But I don't know how they did the bludgeoners, but it is the same rules, and it's just on the ground. So it's kind of like
you run around on a broom. Same with the little horse.
Yes,
things.
You showed me that video too, where it was steeplechase.
Is a hobby horse?
It was steeplechase with the little horses on sticks.
Yeah. Like that you run between your legs, like when you're like.
I didn't even put that on here because I figured and these are the ones that I figure about that I had on here.
Okay.
Because down here at the end I have a real versus fake. I have a two
just
real,
one
fake. No, I have like.
Okay,
we
need to get to it. So
I'm sorry. So yeah, then there was the you've seen the Red Bull soapbox racing.
Yep.
And that's that one. That's the obstacle course. There's a cheese rolling race where they just go down a hill at full speed.
Yeah, and they chase the cheese.
Yes, but the cheese is the prize.
Yes.
So whoever gets down to the end,
it's
that's
this big wheel of cheese.
For a wheel of cheese.
Right, and these people are like wiping out as they're going down the mountains. It's hysterical. Is that like in Ireland or something like that?
I believe it's England. All those crazy ones are kind of English.
That was
version. And then that last one that I had that is one that I think you've seen is underwater hockey. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's literally hockey with a weighted puck at the bottom.
But they have like the little short sticks, right?
They're like they're not even a half-foot stick or 6 inches, and it's the one stick, and they just kind of push it around.
And they have like little tiny nets that are about the size of like a tissue box kind of thing that they try to
they have to push it through.
I have seen.
But they're snorkels, so they're not like aired up or anything. Okay, so anyway, so here we go. Here's the two real, one fake.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to pick the right one.
Okay, let's go.
Traditional ear pull. Contestants stand across from each other with strings attached to their ears and pull away from each other, with the last one succumbing to the pain is the winner.
Okay,
that's the first one. Second, archery dodger. Teams of 5 use bows and soft-tipped arrows in a protect the flag type of sport. The winner is determined by flag captured, all players eliminated, or number eliminated in the time limit.
Okay, I know that's real because I've seen the video of that. Okay.
Unicycle basketball. It is what you would expect. It combines the thrill of riding a unicycle with basketball.
I believe I've seen that too, so I'm going to go with the ear pull, the first one.
The ear pull is actually a traditional Inuit sport. The fake one was the archery dodger.
No, I saw a video of that. I'm going to send you. It's like they're on an indoor paintball course with like inflatable objects, and they have darts that have soft tips on them. They shoot them at each other. Oh my God. I'm totally going to show that.
I have not seen it. That's why I made that one up. So that's how I unconsciously saw that one. Okay. So yeah, now I can't, I don't even know if making them up is even fake or not now.
Right. Cause you just think.
Okay. So the next one, extreme ironing. People take ironing boards to various, often remote locations to iron clothes and take a picture. 2, reg ball. This Russian sport combines basketball, wrestling, and rugby as players try to get the ball through the hoop with takedowns and tackles. No fouls are called.
So like Quidditch.
I would say kind of like that with
basketball.
Full contact.
Yes. Okay.
And then Titanosaurus. Participants battle like sumo wrestlers wearing dino costumes.
That one. They do have an antibiotic for it.
Best of 3 in a no-holds-barred Jurassic head-to-head.
That sounds stupid enough to be real. So wait, what was the... I'm going to go with the Russian one, the second one.
That's actually true. It's the dino
crazy
one. I made the
Russians.
dino one.
Oh, that sounds... Oh, come on.
I would say that's almost... You would almost have to have that one. Because
that sounds... Why wouldn't that already happen in dino suits? I'm sure we've got to be able to find a video of something
I am
like
sure.
That.
Again, here we go.
All right.
Even if I make them
We're
up,
actually going to completely debunk Dave this week.
This would just... Right. All of my...
They're going to be 3 reels and 3 reels.
3 reels and 3 reels. Exactly. Okay, so this last one.
Oh, there is one more. I thought you said you had 2.
I have 3. This is the last one. Motorboat lacrosse. Teams of 7 mini motorboats follow basic lacrosse rules to outmaneuver their opponents.
Okay.
Fireball soccer. A kerosene-soaked coconut is used as a soccer ball with the intent to score the most goals. Players are barefoot in this traditional 1297. The traditional. Jesus Christ! The year is 1297, and they're in their traditional uniforms. The year is 1297, and that's traditional uniforms. So there's that one.
Hold on a second before we get to the third.
Go ahead.
So isn't that what Joey and Chandler played on Friends, where they set the soccer ball on fire in the apartment and like played fire death ball or something? A fireball.
Is that a thing?
Joanne in Texas, you'll know the answer to this one.
Please
hit me up on Facebook and put it in our comment.
If it is, then I've been debunked.
Exactly, because I know Joanne in Texas will know that one. Okay, so third one. Okay, third.
The third one is shin kicking. Not much of an explanation here either. The first of the 2 participants to call out or be knocked down loses and goes home with the most bruises.
I'm going with that one.
That one's true. The motorboat one.
Is that one Irish also?
That one is an Irish one.
Of course it is. Kick him in the shins.
Yes, it is. I think it was over there, the UK. Yep.
The ancient art of fuck you.
Yes.
Kicking the nuts in them.
So we have other sports, so we can wrap this up with our sports take.
Congratulations to the Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. They won it the night
Lisa's
last
chagrin,
week. Yes,
it was the Florida
and poor
Panthers.
Connor McDavid will have to wait another year to try. to get one. So I'm very happy that the Florida Panthers won. I came in first in our bracket challenge with the win.
Of course.
So thank you for everybody, the listeners that fill out,
come in.
that
Yes, we
filled
do
out
appreciate the
brackets.
participation.
Not Lisa.
Usually it's only 3 of us that are in the participation. So yes, this worked out
so
well.
thanks everybody for filling out the brackets this year
Much
and
appreciated.
and doing that. And yeah, I came in first because I picked Florida to go to the Stanley Cup and win it, and they did it, and I got the most points and won.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. So I did see this one thing this week, and that just because it was because of the Stanley Cup was one. There's a company that actually makes replica Stanley Cups,
full size,
same height, same. They have all the teams engraved in it, and they said that like to get the Florida Panthers engraved in it, you'd have to wait until later this month before those shipped. But they have like last year's that they'll ship.
Okay.
So they have 2 different metal types. They have one they have a resin, and then they have a full steel version, which is even crazy more expensive. So how much do you think getting a replica Stanley Cup made? Like
which one, the resin or the metal one?
The resin, the cheaper one.
The cheaper one.
How much do you think?
$1,800.
It was $13.99, and I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!"
Wow, that is kind of
for a replica Stanley Cup,
full size though.
But yeah, but if you want the full the metal one, that one was like $23.99 or something like that.
Oh,
so $2,400.
$2,400. Whoosh.
Insane. I was just like, I mean, I would like to have it because my Washington Capitals are on there in 2018.
True.
That would be awesome. But then I'm like, where the fuck would I put that in my house?
It would just kind of sit in the corner, right?
Yeah. Maybe if we got a sponsor,
it'd be a good candy dish.
That would, we could keep it in the corner of the studio as our little.
You could put it in the center of your dining table. It'd be a nice little fruit
Thanksgiving,
bowl,
absolutely,
right?
It's going to be the center of my dining table. Have the fucking Stanley Cup in my.
It'll be the gravy bowl.
Yeah, right. And I don't even eat gravy.
You wouldn't even eat.
So
it's for the guests.
And then they can eat out of the Stanley Cup.
Perfect.
I'll just have like cereal or something.
Soup,
like I normally do.
Serve the soup out of that.
Yeah. The NHL schedule. So the Stanley Cup ended last Tuesday.
Yes.
They already had the draft this past weekend.
They did.
The rookies, they've already had rookie camps, and the NHL schedule is released today for the 2024-25 upcoming season.
Yeah,
it
they
starts
don't
in
hold
October.
back. They get it all
Seriously,
done.
it's
just
on,
boom, boom,
on.
Get it done.
So yeah, Dave and I already looked at the cap schedule.
Yes.
We think we picked our game that we want to see.
Really cool.
So so this season, because we go to 1 game a season, and so we'll see what that's going on. But cool. Yeah, that was about it. The NHL schedule's out, and we're now moving into summer. So Big Brother will be taking up our sports segment at the end of every show.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do 2 quick shout outs. I forgot about this. So Steven and Byron at the ice rink, they have come to me over the past couple of weeks and talked to me about it. I'm like, oh, listen to the podcast, it's so cool. So thanks to Steven and Byron.
Did it bump up our numbers? Because
it's bumped up a couple
to 23.
notches.
Okay,
yeah, that's the 23.
That was the 23.
So
okay,
so Byron,
perfect.
he's one of the captains of one of the other teams in the league and stuff.
Sweet.
But he pulled me aside this weekend. He was like, hey, I've been listening to the podcast. I was like, oh, that's awesome. So thanks, Byron. Appreciate it.
Good.
So shout
Spread
out to
the
Byron.
word.
And I guess that's it. So I guess I'll see you next week.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
And hopefully no injuries.
Hopefully no injuries.
We're going to cross our fingers.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.
Pern and Dave, Let's Talk is brought to you by, Pern and Dave. And come and knock on our door. We'll be waiting for you.
At the Regal Beagle, Santa Monica, California. Established 1977.
And the good people at
The Swedish Chef Cafe.
in Boston, East Island. Till next time.